Hello learners, welcome you again in lesson 10 part 2. Our today's topic is array declaration and initialization in C. After this lecture, students will be able to write correct syntax for array declaration, initialize arrays at compile time and runtime, understand array size using sizeof, explain zero-based indexing in C, as well as write simple integer and character array programs. The general syntax of a array declaration is you have to write first data type, then a space, then you have to write the array name, and size will also be mentioned into the third bracket. Here, marks is a integer type array of 5 size. Price is a float type array which can store maximum 10 values, and name is a character type array which can store 20 character at a time. Here, data type actually represents the type of elements, array name represents the name of the array, and size represents the total number of elements. We should consider some important rules of declaration for the array. First one is array size must be constant except variable length array. Second one is size cannot be 0 or negative. All elements must be of same data type, as well as array size cannot be changed after declaration. This is all applicable in terms of say. When values are assigned at the time of declaration, this is known as compile time initialization. Here we see that in the first example, num is the integer type array where it can store 5 values, and they are 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. There are also other two valid forms of array declaration represents here. So in case of third, we see that there is only two variable. Other three values will be remaining 0 automatically. In case of character array initialization, you have to store all of the character one by one within a single quotation. Otherwise, you can write whole of the string within double quotation. In each case, a string always ends with null character. If the values are assigned during program execution using input, it is known as runtime initialization. For example, if you are taking input in the array by using loops, it is known as actually runtime initialization. So it is actually flexible compared to compile time initialization. If we need to find the number of elements in an array, how we can do that? For that, we just find out the total size in bytes by writing size of ARR, where ARR is integer type array of 5 element. Here, then you have to calculate the size of one element by writing size of ARR 0. Then just write down, just divide size of ARR divided by size of ARR 0. That means whole size divided by only one element size. That will give us the number of elements in the array. In array, first element is actually represents the index 0, and the last element represents the index size minus 1. That means the last element of the array will stored in size minus 1 position. If the size is 5, so last element will stored in fourth position, and the first element is stored in index 0 position. Here we see that a 5 has 5 values. For index 0 it is 10, for index 1 it is 20, for index 2 it is 30, for index 3 it is 40, and the index 4 it is 50. So why array indexing is started from 0? Because array names stores the base address. That means ai is equal to pointer a plus I. So a0 actually holds the base address, the first element of the array, and when we have to calculate the another address of the array, that time we just need to take help from the base address, that is a1 is equal to base plus one element. So it actually makes address calculation faster. That's why indexing is started from 0. Now consider a demo program of simple integer array. In this demo program, we see that AR is the integer variable and it has actually 5 values, 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. There is a loop for loop here which executes the instruction I equal to 0 to I equal to 5, and there is a printf statement also. So actually what the program do? This program actually traverses each element of the array from I equal to 0 to I equal to 5 and print each element. So when I equal to 0, it prints 10 because ARR 0 is equal to 10. When I equal to 1, it prints 20 because ARR 1 equal to 20. As well as when I equal to 4, it prints 50 because ARR 4 is equal to 50. In this program, Sukanta is stored in name character array, and just we print the name by writing printf statement. There are actually some common mistakes done by the coder or programmer. So first one is actually accessing out of bound index. For example, there is a variable ARR of integer type which a maximum size is 4. But if you want to print the fifth element, it will not work because this is out of bound. And if you for second one is if you forget to include null character in character array. So here we see that AR5 is a character array, but we just forget to include the null character in the array. So it will also create an error. Suppose if the size is wrong, so wrong size declaration is the third mistakes. For example, there are actually 4 variable in the array ARR, but we just denote or we just declare ARR2, but it should be ent ARR for since there are 4 values here. So another mistake is we always remember that the index position will start from 0. It never start from 1. So in this lesson, we have learned about how to declare array, compile time and runtime initialization of the array, size calculation using sizeof, zero-based indexing concept, and integer and character array programs. So let's try to solve this question by writing program. So this is the end of the lesson. Please like, subscribe my channel, and share with your friends and family if you find it very useful.